Welcome, everybody. This is Abacus Fish, and we are playing Old School Essentials via Roll20. I'm joined by four players. I have Joe,
Hello.
Seth,
Hey, hey.
Josh,
Hello.
and our Shakespearean actor, Nick.
Greetings, Earthlings.
And just so you guys know that this chat, those who may not be unfamiliar with the concept of what a hexcrawl is, a hexcrawl really is an open world format for Dungeons and Dragons. I don't actually have any control over what the players do. All I do is tell them details, give them hooks, provide a setting. But outside of that, they have absolute control over whatever they do. And so, with that said, let's meet some of these characters, starting with Stickbeard.
Hello. Stickbeard is a stout dwarf of a modest nature. A bit older, probably in his middle ages. Not bald, but getting there. Yeah. Brown haired, full beard. Blacksmith's clothes. Yeah. So loose shirt, leather pants. They're not leather pants, but plain pants. And yeah, still kind of reeling from some the family losses over past sessions, but still wanting to press forward.
All right. And Seth, why don't you tell us about Therum Smith?
Aaron Smith is a young dwarf who's a cousin of the perished Goldie Smith, and he's young. He's very average in most respects for a dwarf. I guess he has red hair. Always carrying around his battle axe and his sling, and he just there's not much picture a dwarf with red hair and you probably got him. So there we go.
All right. And Josh, tell us about Merid Farron.
Merid is a young, slender elf. Tends to be kind of carefree and keeps to himself. Hangs out with the plants and animals. He's slender of build, purple hair, and violet eyes. Generally, kind of just dresses casual. Basic tunic and pants. Out there, just enjoying nature most of the time. Is okay around people and groups, but when left to his own devices, he just kind of wanders off into the woods.
All right. And Nick, why don't you tell us about Tamrin Burrahobbit?
Well, Tamrin's, only about 3 feet tall, pretty, pretty average height for a hobbit. Likes, generally dresses in earth tones, greens, lots of greens and browns. Little portly as halflings go, what with their love of drink and food. I mean, you wouldn't be too far off to picture this guy as basically like Sam Gamgee with a beard.
Okay. And that is the party for today's adventures. And we start today. It is the day after last week's session in game time. It is Septity, the 25th of Germinal, year 7932 year of Cosgrove. Rumors have spread throughout the surrounding village about the camp that came in over a week ago. They have slain the bandits of the Flaming Fist, burned down the Blight Tree, and reduced the local lizardman population, and of course, acquired mass treasure. You have all become known as the Vagabonds of the North Shore, so change your titles to the Vagabonds of the North Shore. And so we will start this morning by the campfire. It is first light, and I guess I'll just kind of go around and ask what everybody is doing as they're waking up, starting with Stickbeard.
Yesterday's excitement around managing to kill how many lizard men of our own accord? 10,
12.
12. Notwithstanding, it's time for us to move that giant slab to cover up the hole to the cave. That way we could actually start in earnest to set up a proper, God, I guess the start of a village? Or at least a better encampment than what we've got here going on in this store. So, I imagine waking up this morning with actually a bit more of a sense of purpose. So probably scurrying about a bit more, like getting myself ready, like looking for able-bodied people to come move a giant slab, basically.
Okay, so Stickbeard spends the morning walking around, seeing if there's anybody able-bodied, and I guess with that said, how does Stickbeard find the rest of you, starting with Therum? So Stickbeard's on the path. Therum, what are you doing before you obviously run into Stickbeard?
Oh, Therum is starting his day off with some coffee and thinking about the place that we're headed towards, and thinking about how it's going to be nice to move our encampment over to this place once we seal off the hole, or at least have control of it. Yeah, he's just sipping on coffee, just taking in the morning.
Okay, so Stickbeard, whenever you want to enter that scene.
Therum, when do you think you'll be ready to go back? We've got a boulder.
Oh, I'm ready any day. Just have to take, well, Lucky and the rest of the people here with us, and I think we can do this. Are you ready to move, to find a new home?
Yeah.
We can leave
it's been aching on my shoulder, so to speak.
Too much suffering has happened on these shores. We need a more permanent residence.
Yeah. Agreed.
Start pacing around looking for the rest of the camp.
Okay, Mayrid Farron. So Therum and Stickbeard are kind of moving about camp. Where do they find you?
Merid comes strolling in from a morning walk at the wood's edge. Comes round the current treasure house, if you will, headed towards the campfire, and says, "Good morning, sirs. What are you up to today?"
Morning. Enjoying the coffee, but
Oh.
we are looking for volunteers to help move a very large slab of rock.
Yeah.
Moving
The
rock.
the
What?
ruins that we cleared out yesterday, there was a cave mouth that I suspect the lizard men were using for travel, but there's a suspiciously convenient large stone next to it that we think we can move to cover it up.
Oh, is that what you guys were doing yesterday? I was following the greatest snail trail out in the woods yesterday.
What did you learn from your snail friend?
Well, we have plenty of pools of lush green, moist land around the camp here, and they've also told me that we may find some great areas to relax and enjoy fruit if we go further in.
Excellent to know. Thank your tiny friends for me.
Oh, for sure. I will probably see them again tomorrow. I would be more than willing to check out this rock you guys are going to.
Hi, maybe we can find some of your friends over there, and they can give us more tips for where we can find more fruit in arable land.
That would be fun. I like talking to my friends of the forest.
All right. And now the three of them are kind of, Therum and Stickbeard, you're thinking that this is like a four-man operation. So you're kind of looking around, and Tamron, what are you doing this morning?
Well, I think seeing as Tamrin wasn't party to the last uh, adventure, he probably would have been up a little earlier and already at the fire, like m- might have been brewing the coffee that Therum's sipping on right now. So I picture him already having, you know, uh, witnessed this conversation. Um, so you know, well, I mean, I don't know all that much about moving rocks. I'm not exactly known for my brawn, but I do enjoy a hole in the ground.
Excellent. Well, once we move the rock slab and establish base there, we can always move it and move it back a little bit and explore the inside when we feel comfortable with that. I'll jump down there with you.
Yeah, we could play Spelunky.
Down the hole.
So as you guys are gathering at the campfire and talking about this, Jonathan Fairlight kind of sees you, and he's sipping on some coffee too. And he goes, "Oh, so you guys are going on another adventure today, huh?"
Yes, we it's about time we moved off these shores and found a more permanent residence. What say you? Care to join?
Oh, I did join that one time for you guys, and but that was a little scary for me, to be honest. Um, but I do have some supplies I can sell you if you guys are, whatever adventuring gear you need for this task. I'm sure I have something.
Oh yeah, adventuring gear.
Mm.
Well, if we're moving a giant rock, probably a crowbar, grappling hook, and rope would be helpful.
For everybody, one each.
Yeah, that's probably not a bad idea.
Um,
Um,
oh, maybe iron spikes that we can like hammer into the side of the slab, and then I don't know. Does that sound like a plan?
yeah.
All right. Does anybody have any of those items already, or
No, but I was looking at our total haul stuff.
we got a lot?
I was trying to figure out if there's
Yeah.
anything in there that might help us out, and it seems we have some unidentified items, and we do have a detect magic wand. One of which is a bottle of gray cloudy liquid that seems lighter than normal. Lack of weight makes it almost unwieldy. I wonder if that might be something that could help us move a large, heavy object. I don't know.
Oh, it's possible. Yeah.
We also have an unidentified gambeson. Other than that, spears and slings, and the horse. Oh, well, it's. I mean, Lucky's kind of. I don't know if I'd want to put him under that much stress, but I mean,
I mean, he can help, but
yeah,
you
he might
know, it.
help a little. He might be able to at least help us get the gear there, so we're not tired before we try to move the rock.
Oh, for sure.
But I don't think the fire resistance would necessarily do us much. Invisibility, not much.
The invisibility came in real handy last time.
Yeah, but if the plan is to go move a rock, unless you
Yeah.
suspect trouble also.
I thought we always suspected trouble.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't hurt to hold on to the ring of invisibility just in case.
I had it time before last. Who had it last time?
We kind of shared it between myself and anyway, we shared it.
You tossed it like a ping pong ball?
Something like that.
But yeah, I mean, granted, there's only 2 items because but it doesn't necessarily identify them, but it would detect magic. Mm,
Yeah, and then there's those 2 scrolls that
yeah.
are not in an unidentified language, which as
Did you guys get
as
those last time?
yeah, and as Abacus pointed out, we have an elf and a dwarf, and neither one of us could identify it, and apparently we know lots of languages. So don't really know what that's about.
We'll have to dig into that a little bit more. Well, unless you want to try figuring out what that potion is, or the bottle of gray cloudy liquid, we should at least go ahead and purchase some stuff from our dude.
Yeah, it's not like there's a shortage of funds.
Yeah, I see that too. Which
I mean, we have over
I do get on here.
6,000 gold coins.
Yeah. Each time I do get on here, I'm like, wow, you guys were really reaping it in last time, weren't you?
Yeah. All right. So what did I say? Crowbar, spikes,
Rope
and
and
rope.
yeah, rope, spikes, crowbar. I thought there was one more item. But everybody
Grab.
should have some of those.
We could get a grappling hook. I'm not sure.
Yeah, no,
Anyway.
like if we gotta grab the top of the stone, it might not hurt to have hooks too.
All right. So
But yeah, I figure everybody should probably have.
Yeah.
Everybody should have what's in my backpack, which is a hammer, a crowbar, some rope, some spikes, and a grappling hook. I just happen to have those 5 things.
But I don't, so I will go ahead and
Yeah.
pick those up. Rope, grappling hook, rope, spikes, hammer. You said?
Make sure you spend the money.
Yep.
Oh, rope is really cheap. Good.
Spikes, hammer.
Are these climbing spikes? Is that
Mm, yeah, I mean, yeah, we used them last time for climbing.
Yeah, they're. I mean, effectively, yeah. They can be used for anchors, but they can also be used to pin doors closed.
Oh, I forgot to
also
pull that
just
page up.
a quick aside, an apology to our viewers for the flashing on the screen. That happens when I alt tab to a different window for some reason. Streaming on Discord doesn't like that, so I'll try to keep it to a minimum for you.
So
Um, dun, dun. I forgot to pull that page up for the D&D guide for all that information. Do I have a quick link to it somewhere?
I subtracted my gear from the total haul.
Leave me alone. Where did I put it? There. Do 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 do
Hmm.
do 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 do. Um. Where'd he go? Where? Yeah, oh. And Hmm. I think I'm actually gonna grab 2 ropes.
Ooh, big spender.
Not much. Ooh. Oh, I looked at the wrong one.
And so Jonathan Fairlight defeated the party.
Sorry, I'm just looking stuff over, man.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I understand that you guys are buying. It just seems like it's all quiet. Like Jonathan Fairlight offered you guys goods, and then all of you went silent.
He cast a spell of sleep.
Analysis paralysis. Oh, my only weakness. Defeated by commerce.
Defeated by commerce. Too many choices. Oh, do we have to have one of the small hammers in order to like use the iron spikes, or can we just say like, oh yeah, I mean I have a battle axe. I can use the side of it. I don't know.
I just took Joe's advice and added grapple, rope, spikes, and hammer to my inventory.
Hmm.
I imagine you would need a hammer to use them,
Yeah,
but
I
also
grabbed
like
one.
if you don't want to carry a hammer, more than one person already is.
Oh, okay.
So it's, you know,
I also was just thinking, like, I have a battle axe. Like, can't I just use the side of my battle axe? I don't know.
A battle axe
yeah,
is a
right.
two-handed weapon. How are you going to use a
If you're a
two-handed weapon?
weakling,
Yeah.
True. I guess I have a crowbar too. I could use that as like a makeshift hammer.
We have absolutely no reason to be stingy.
All right. I'll get a hammer.
I mean, just to keep this in perspective, like while yes, you guys are sitting on a pile of money, you actually still don't have near enough to start building like a settlement. You could settle somewhere, but when it comes to like building houses and stuff, that takes, I think, like the cheapest house is 10,000 gold.
Mm. Well, taking a little bit.
Right, right. It's okay,
Yeah.
like to spend 10 gold here, 100 gold there, but like obviously, big picture is you're trying to save up enough to have a home.
Yeah.
And in this economy, man, the housing prices.
Oh gosh. All right.
Some like that.
I'll kit it out.
Think so, or getting close anyway. We can start moving regardless. I can catalog while we go.
All right. Shall we mosey on over to the potential settlement site?
I don't want to mosey. I'd rather stroll.
Very
You were a,
well. We shall stroll.
you were a strolling son of a bitch.
Okay, so you might need to like reformat and rezoom in if it loads ever.
Yep,
Oh,
that's
there
a
we go.
little off center. There we go.
Yep, right there in the northwest. And
All right,
plan your
so
route.
help me orient here again. Where are we based?
This is home base.
Right there. Okay.
And this is the potential settlement site, the ruins that we encountered
Gotcha.
with the big slab.
Okay. And so are the white zones places we haven't been yet, or
White
I think it's
zones are
place.
rather large features.
is okay? Is there a key on this map? Doesn't look
No,
like it.
no, there is not. But
Oh, by white zone you mean like a circle with a white circle like
Yeah, they're
border?
just blank circles, basically.
Oh, okay.
yeah, white border means that's a major point of interest, not a minor one.
Mm.
Oh no, I was just talking about the white circles.
Yeah.
Like
I see
these?
now that some of them have black borders and some of them have white borders. Yes.
Oh, yeah, I think these are like sandy areas because this is the beach.
Yep. Or actually, that is no vegetation.
No vegetation. Okay.
Gotcha.
And then
Because this is
the
like
pale,
shallow ocean.
yep, shallow ocean, yep. And then the pale green is some vegetation, the bright green is a lot of vegetation, and the dark green is a forest.
And we noticed
Okay.
that there was plenty of animals to hunt here. And yeah, it looks like a nice place. And there's like, grassland here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Anyway. So shall we wander over to the site? Something like that?
Sure.
Yeah, that was basically going to be my suggestion. Seems like the easiest route.
Let's
I mean,
go.
unless we want to swim.
Oh God, no.
Yeah, technically you can't quite get there by boat. You would actually have to go a couple hexes to the southwest to dock and then go back up. Because that's
because
Because
Yeah.
this is
elevation change.
elevated, right?
Yep, just slightly elevated above the water. Yep.
Mm. All right. Well,
But
we'll
not
go by
like-
land.
Not like Cliffs of Insanity elevated, just no safe harbor.
Right, no safe harbor. It's basically rocky cliffside
Mm-hmm.
the whole way around.
Okay. But yeah, I have no objection to Therum's proposed route.
Okay, and you're loading everything on Lucky.
Yeah.
Okay,
As
so
much as,
you're all moving at light encumbrance, which is 10 minutes a hex, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 70 minutes plus 3 elevation changes, which is another 15 minutes, puts you at 85 minutes. It takes you an 85-minute hike to get over there. And while that 85 minutes is happening, go ahead and talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to set up the map real quick.
hopefully no more lizard men came. I tell you about the time that I killed 9 lizard men with 1 pebble.
Yes, you did. I was
Ah,
there.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I shall regale you with this tale to my dying day.
Oh goody.
Plants along this path seem quite happy. Oh, look, the blue ones. The blue ones. The shells are so shiny.
They're like jewels.
What?
They seem like jewels in the meadow. Much like the jewels that I can find underground.
There. Therum was always a very aesthetically pleasing dwarf.
They're shiny.
Shiny.
Ah. The dead lizardmen are still there.
Oh,
But yeah, I imagine it'll take a little longer than a day or two for them to rot away.
Yeah.
They are
Although-
beginning to smell.
Although I am. Is there any obvious sign of scavengers or anything else coming to loot the body?
Actually, so
I was
they're
just gonna say, give the lizardmen a taste of their own medicine and eat them.
well,
Jeez.
did
No.
nobody bring Vothig? Like, that would have been taken care of last time.
Oh my gosh.
Hell, we could bring Vothig here later today.
So there are a bunch of seagulls here, and yeah, they are pecking at the lizardmen corpses. Like last time you were here, Stickbeard and Therum, you remember seeing like seagulls kind of on the way, but they avoided this area. But now that the lizard men are dead, they're flocking to it.
Hmm.
Perhaps we should drag the bodies out of the building and, get them out. If we're going, if we're,
You want to leave them out for the birds to pick? Yeah, what do you want to do with them?
yeah, I want to at least get them out of that building so that, if we're going to use this place as a settlement, then we don't have rotting bodies in there. And yeah.
Oh, yeah, I
they're
was.
definitely not gonna tie the room together like a nice rug. That's for sure.
Wow.
Well,
wow.
I mean, we could make a lizard man rug.
Lizards does lizard skin make for good rugs?
We could try.
I was gonna.
Lizard leather flooring? I don't know
What?
about that.
I was gonna say, Merid, you being an elf, you are connected with nature, and you can actually hear the seagulls talk a little bit. They're saying, "Mine, mine,
Mine?
mine."
Mine?
Well, it's been fun, guys. Click.
All
All right,
right. Well,
so-
let's start dragging them out. We need to
Yep.
find a spot to put them and deal with them some other fashion because we don't want them just, turning into a goo pile out here either.
I guess we could burn the
Well,
bodies.
better out than in, right?
Yeah, better out than in. So Therum's gonna drag the bodies over to where this other body is.
Just left of the entrance.
Yep. At least get him out of this thing. I'm assuming this is Therum. This guy.
Yep, that's them.
Okay.
Merid will, before going to look at the ones on the inside, since he was out playing in the woods yesterday, he's going to go ahead and take a walk over this general direction. Kind of wants to peek through this hole here.
Looks
Head
like
over past the bodies on the left to the hole in the wall.
Yep. So, yeah, you notice that it's a hollowed out wall. Looks like at some point it was a gate, but it's all caved in,
Sweet.
leaving two hollow openings inside the wall.
Can one walk through the broken section and say end up here?
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. Well, that's what Merid's gonna do first.
You look
And
out to the sea, and you can see the horizon.
I think,
It's a bit different from. Oh wait, it's the west. Oh, okay. So you're not in the direction of the sun. But yeah, it is slightly different. You see like the eastern shore or western shore a little bit, as you guys, yeah, there are different sites here, but a lot of it's just open ocean, very familiar to what you've seen back at camp.
All right. And is there how far does the wall continue to the south visibly? I mean, obviously it's not on the map, but like,
Right. I'd say another 20 feet, and then it just completely crumbles, and it's just like a crumbly debris line before disappearing under the earth.
All right.
I think Tamrin's gonna hang out with Merid for the exploration of this area, since he's not terribly interested in the physical labor of corpse relocation.
we're both kind of small too, so I don't know how much we could help unless we tag team one with the grappling hooks and rope.
Fine.
Therum is extremely strong, so it doesn't bother him.
It's like, all right, where are we piling them?
Oh, just over here.
Okay,
Alright.
so that's the plan. So
Yep.
the dwarves do the dirty work.
You
Dirty-
dirty dwarves.
The dirty dwarves do the dirty work.
And yeah, as soon as you approach, the seagulls kind of fly away, but then when you pile them back on, they start clustering over there. So there are less seagulls inside as a result, and more seagulls outside.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. All right. Into here. All right.
So again, like there's also like a lot of desiccated random corpses of people with various clothing torn. You've already looted this place. You found some coins, purses that had some money in it, but that's all you found here last time. And yeah, nothing's changed. Some of the seagulls it looks like has pecked at some of the meatier parts, but nothing's really changed.
I'm going to put some of these iron spikes into the sides of this huge or huge stone slab and start getting it ready for us to pull over the hole in the ground.
Okay, so everybody else in camp, you can hear in the distance the tink, tink, tink as Therum starts getting to work.
Oh, sweet. Is there any sort of like slits along, say, this wall or this wall in which we could peek into the room from where Cameron and I are?
Yeah,
As we're hearing this, can we kind of like peek through any slits in the wall?
Yeah, there are like cracks in the brickwork and stuff.
And also this darker ground area, is this ground or is that the
Water.
shoreline? That's the shoreline. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that should be the water. Oh,
So like it looks like I could technically stand here maybe, or is
Yeah.
that
you just
Yeah.
squeak around the corner.
okay?
And
I'll
yes,
through
you
the
do
split.
you do spy what looks to be like pretty close to the shore there, Tamarin, a real deep cavern that's under the water. You can see that, right?
This dark area here.
Oh,
Yeah. You kind of look
Okay.
into it and you start getting thalassophobia a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Am I able to tell? Is it high tide?
Yes, this is high tide.
Okay.
And can still tell that it's a really deep spot, huh? All right, that's foreboding.
Mm-hmm.
Right off of the edge there too, versus everything else looks a little shallower. That's kind of crazy.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, Merritt surely calls
makes me
to-
wonder. Makes me wonder if it's going to, be accessible at low tide.
Yeah, might be worth keeping an eye on.
Oh,
Meanwhile, Therum's still going at it. Tink, 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 tink,
Yep.
tink.
Merritt calls through the slit. You're hammering away, eh?
almost done.
it looks
Right.
like this is a way
All
in
right,
right
I'll,
here.
I'll be right in.
Yes, Tamarin, where you're standing again is kind of similar to where Merid was standing. It looks like it was a gate at some point, but it's just the arch has crumbled away. and so it's left this hollow wall.
Things to know.
Okay. Well, I'll come in and help out with the last spike or two.
Merritt pops into the room, cheerfully looks down into the hole that we're getting ready to try and cover.
So you can see that it starts out with some brickwork foundation, and the cave goes one way, but quickly the brickwork disappears and it's natural cave.
All right. Can I tell which direction that's going?
It is going in the eastern direction. Had to
All
think
right,
about
so
it before I gave you the wrong
north
direction.
Towards that deep spot in the water.
No, it's like east going inland.
Okay. Huh. That's interesting. How far did you guys get when you were here last? Was it right here?
I
What, you
believe
mean in the
I believe Stickbeard, you stepped down into, but you, or maybe Therum did. You guys stepped down, but you didn't go in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I went down into the hole just to see like if there were, anything just kind of within arm's reach. But we didn't actually go very far into it.
Well. What do you guys want to do after you cover this up? Or
Well,
can
the
we
idea
can we
was
take a peek now?
to move the camp here so we have more shelter and protection from the elements. We could build a
But you
Wouldn't
don't
it
know
be a
what's
better idea to check out what's down there
yeah,
before
yeah.
we move the camp?
Yeah, you don't know what's under us?
Because if
Well,
we
that-
get the
I'm just
camp
gonna
here
close
and then
the hole
open
off?
it up, if we get the camp here and then open it up and unleash the forces of hell, that's worse than doing it just on ourselves, right?
In my general explorative nature, I kind of want to go look. Would you guys mind doing that before we close up the hole?
And anyway, I came to check out a hole in the ground, so I kind of want to do that before we lock it down.
all right, but
all right.
we've only got the day, and I'd like to seal this up sooner rather than later because I'd like to
Well-
move the camp here sooner rather than later.
Okay, so our observation of the hole, is there like an easy way to step down on any one particular side of the hole, or do we have to kind of lower ourselves to get in there?
You'd have to like use the grappling hook rope and just kind of climb down in there.
Okay, so what about this? We pull the stone mostly over the hole, but leave enough room that any one of the four of us can easily get through.
Yeah.
And then we go check it out, and then on our way out, it's a little easier to do in theory or in a hurry.
Sounds
I
like a
like-
plan.
I like that idea.
So what? Yeah, why don't we? I mean, granted, again, I don't know that Cameron and I will be of much help, but we can still kind of pretend and pull on it too. But let's get it mostly in position, but leave enough room that either of the dwarves can easily get in and out of the hole. Also,
Sure.
all right. And then Cameron, we get to go explore.
Okay, so skill checks here. The penalty is going to be time, basically.
Okay.
You guys have made a lot of preparations, so I'm going to give you a +2 check to your attribute checks. By the way, do not add that in your threshold. For whatever reason, on attribute checks specifically, if you add something to the threshold, it glitches. So just make your normal check, and just know that if you fail by 2 points, it's still a success.
So is this
Okay.
a strength check?
Yes, this is a strength check for all of you. I need 8 strength checks. We're going to go as many rounds as it takes. Every round is going to be 10 minutes. Oh, by the way, this whole thing took about 10 minutes to set up. You're at 95 minutes of daylights burned.
All right.
And after this will be 105 minutes of daylight burned. Okay, you need 4 more successes, so 10 minutes later, we'll just say 2 hours. 2 hours have gone by. Go ahead, give me your rolls.
Oh, another round of strength checks.
Yeah, you need 8 successes.
Oh gosh.
Oh no! The little elf really failed.
Oh, man, it sucks to roll a 20 and fail. That's.
Okay, so that was only 7, so how do we rectify this issue?
You have to spend another, so now 130 minutes. 2 hours and 10 minutes have gone by. So this whole task took about 40 minutes to complete.
Okay.
So yeah, another round of rolls, and all you guys need is 1 more success. So as long as
Oh, just one?
yeah,
Oh, there we
okay,
go.
there. That's all you need.
Okay.
No, that's a good thing because I finally failed. I can't believe I got 2 successes on that. That's pretty great.
Okay, so while you guys didn't do it the fastest possible, you still did it in relatively quick order. After 30 minutes of tugging and, 1,
Yeah.
2, 3, yeah, all of you pulling on the rope. And yeah, even Lucky's kind of involved with that, but Lucky's not doing most of the pulling.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, it's pretty much Stickbeard and Therum
Right.
moving the mass of the weight. The other, Merritt, Tamarin, and Lucky are all just like superfluous.
They're helping. Merritt
Right.
tripped once, and that's all. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, so yeah, you guys are able to pull it enough, and I'd say like here, I'll just draw a square.
Yeah.
So you've covered that much.
And that is the idea.
All right. Now, who wants to go spelunking?
Ooh, pick me.
Oh my god.
Okay, guys, give me a few minutes. Go ahead and like talk amongst yourselves, and give Lucky lots of pets, and
Yeah.
yes,
Good.
Oh.
as you prepare to dive into the dark. I mean, which is, as you've found, it is quite dangerous.
Yeah. So that being said, does anybody already have light sources for those that can't see in the dark very well?
Damn it, torches. Torches would have been a smart thing.
So, looks like I'm probably going to be up front.
Probably. Well, okay. Is
And-
that indicative of you having torches or you having a magic light source?
Being an elf.
Oh. Okay. Oh yeah, elves' eyes. They're good.
Yeah, elven eyes. So
and
I'm up front.
my dwarven eyes are not terrible.
That's good. How are the halfling's eyes in the dark?
I don't know. Let's see that. I don't. Well, I feel like it would be under abilities and skills if I had dark vision, and it's not there. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna guess they're not great, but
All
I'm
right.
pretty sure I've got torches.
You've got torches?
Oh, I have a lantern. Even
Oh,
better.
that
Ooh.
still
Oh, there
works.
we go.
That still works. That's what I said. Who has light sources for those that can't see in the dark?
Hmm.
Uh, Although, I mean, you can hide in the shadows, so it would lead me to believe you have some sort of ability. but it doesn't show. You're right. Uncanny ability to disappear from sight. All right. So keep your lantern handy. I can still kind of lead, and you can provide light, perhaps from the rear, or do you want to be kind of in the middle?
I think Tamron would probably prefer to be like in the middle or towards the front.
Therum can bring up the rear
All right.
because I can see in the dark well enough.
Good. Oh yeah, you guys. Oh, dwarf.
All right, I'm back and I'm loading the map. You guys will be.
Oh yeah, because you live underground. Duh.
I'm assuming that was not to our GM.
What's that?
I don't live underground.
Exactly. It was just really well timed. I'm going to call it well timed.
Yeah. No, I was just checking out dwarfs, and I saw the improvision, and I was reading the overall description. Stout bearded demi-humans typically live underground. When the comment came out earlier, like, oh, I can see pretty well in the dark. I am a dwarf. And I'm like, oh yeah, duh.
Doy.
Yeah, they've got the like infravision. So
So yeah, the only one that can't really see very well in the dark is Tamron. The rest of us should be okay. So yeah, if you're kind of hanging out in the middle with your lantern, we should be all right.
Yeah, and I figure I'll just do the Elden Ring thing and tie the lantern to my belt.
That's the advantage of the
That way I
lantern.
can have both my hands free.
There you go. And that does keep the light low and not in blinding position. Granted, you're already short, so that would still keep it low. All right, so we're down in the hole. Dun 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 dun.
hell yeah.
Roll wisdom.
Oh, all of us?
Wisdom.
Yeah, all of you.
It was not wise to drop into the hole.
Meh. Again, man, I was having trouble last game too. My rolls were not awesome.
So you guys get.
That means the guy up front.
So you guys get through the entrance, and you're in this natural cave area, and you're thinking to yourselves, these people who've made these runes, you've yet to determine who these ancient peoples are. The only clue that you have is, I believe, Therum. Last session, you saw a statue head that looked to be an elf, but that's all you've been able to tell. Oh, you've also found an antler motif in some of the underground ruins. So these guys seem like pretty.
Down in the goblin cave too.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. So, well, and those runes are like you're pretty sure from the same ancestors. It's just the goblins are squatting in there.
Yeah, but yeah, we found antler stuff there too.
Right.
It was
So,
all over the doors and stuff.
so the question remains: they seem to have a pretty big insulation in the surface and have no issue
Going underground.
Going underground. Why? Why is this a natural cave area? Like, why didn't they build this far?
Well, that's what I kind of want to know. Is like, what's below this place we potentially decided to make home?
All right. bringing up the rear, but let's take a look around.
All right. So just kind of moving forward, it looks like although it's partially submerged, there is some pathway here. Can we tell how submerged that is? Or is that just the fog of war that I'm seeing?
Oh, the blue, that's your
Yeah.
night vision.
Okay.
Only one of you has a lantern.
All right. So yeah, there's definitely a path going over here. In front of me, guys. What are you finding over there, Tamron?
It looks like there might be a room or a path, maybe.
Uh, do you guys want to check out potential room before path?
Sure.
All right, let's migrate over to where Tamron is and check out the room.
Maze strategy. You keep one hand on a wall and just follow that.
Oh, looks like we might have more path here, but this seems more confined than where I was at.
Hold on, guys. Stay where you are.
Stay where you are. Do not move, or the GM will kill you.
So, Stickbeard, you are the only one, but you hear something ahead of you, this pathway directly, like kind of echoing off the cave walls a little bit. It's like the scraping of rock.
Hmm.
So it sounds like something's scraping rocks up there.
Anybody have any ideas of what might scrape rocks?
Could be any number of creature or
Well, shall we investigate further or go take the other path?
let's continue on.
All right.
Find out what's down here.
I'll kind of sneak along up ahead first, then I guess. Can I move now, Cliff?
Yeah.
Abacus.
Yes. Go ahead. Okay. So you step up, and all of a sudden, stop right there.
All right. I'll go back the one I was at.
Oh,
Yeah. So you see like this some kind of, you're not quite sure what it is, some kind of humanoid remains, but then like coming out of its eye socket is this extremely long centipede, and it just kind of like slides down the eye socket and starts climbing up the
okay,
wall.
when you say extremely long centipede, is it though coming out like the thickness of a pencil, or is it coming out like the size of the eye socket?
The size of the eye socket. It's like squeezing out of the eye socket. Yeah.
That's fantastic.
And basically, yeah, as soon as you step around that corner and kind of shuffle on the cave floor, it it is aware. So roll initiative.
Oh goodness.
oh,
All right.
Giant motherfucking centipede. Who's rolling an ish?
I'm guessing since I walked into the hole, I'm supposed to.
I mean, you can go first. Yeah,
That sounds right to me.
yeah.
Where do I do that?
It's on the right side under combat.
On your character sheet.
Yep,
Yeah.
I'm looking. Okay, I found it.
Ooh.
You go first.
Oh. Okay. Before I move again, I'm gonna be like, guys, we got a very big-ish creature coming out of somebody's head over here. And I'll kind of stay towards the wall and move a little bit opposite wall of where it's at, just to see if it's tracking me.
You do see another heat signature kind of in the distance towards the
Oh.
east.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
That's
it's
good.
kind of slithering around, and yeah, as you move around, it starts kind of getting agitated.
Sweet. They're aware that I'm here.
So you
It
used a
sounds-
move action. What's your other action?
Let's see. I don't know if I want to specifically do another thing right now, other than let the others know that it sounds like there's more than one, and I have one that's definitely noticed me. Creature, looks like centipede, but it's the size of an eye socket in terms of its body thickness.
We
And
should kill it.
I'll oh, that's too much. I'll go ahead and take one additional step toward it, or one hex toward it.
Okay. You still
Does it
you
charge me, or does it just kind of hang out and?
well, it's
keep
not
an
its
eye
turn. This is your turn.
Okay. So yeah, I'll move again toward it, just one hex, just observing what it's doing.
Okay. And that is your turn.
Yeah.
Okay. Whoever else wants to go next. Oh, except for any battle axe users. You guys go last.
I'm using my sling, and
Oh.
I'm going to step up to the plate.
You're shooting through a
Or
rock
just-
wall?
No, I'm going like
Well-
right there. Is that line of? Would you consider that line of sight?
One more up.
Well,
One more
so
up.
before you go, Seth, so is it still coming out of the eye as we're taking our turns, or has it like come out of the skull completely at this point?
It's mostly out of the skull at this point.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, so my thinking is I'll just or ah can I draw and use my sword on the same action, or do I need to ready it first and then attack next round?
So to ready a weapon is a move action. If you don't have it readied already, I mean, like, were you like specifically barehanded before this?
I mean, I guess going into a dark unknown cavern, I probably would have actually drawn my sword, I suppose, even though I didn't mention it beforehand.
That's fine. So you have your sword out.
Yeah. Okay. So in that case, I'll just move forward and attempt to cut it in half. Is this too close to the wall, or can I stand here?
You can stand there.
Okay.
Okay.
So
good.
yeah, I'm gonna slash at it with my short sword and try to cut it in half.
Okay. You do a fair bit of damage, but only the tip really hits it, and it does put a noticeable gash in the centipede, but it is still thrashing, and it kind of like curls around your sword as you do it and twitches angrily.
Oh no. Oh. Oh, I hate that. Okay.
Whoever wants to go next, who's not a
All
battle
right.
axe user.
Yeah, I'm moving up here, and that's short range. So I'm going to do what is it +1 short range sling?
Yep, +1.
You're gonna hit it in the eye.
Hopefully.
That is it. Swing goes wide. Actually, goes over Tamrin's head. Almost You almost beamed Tamarin.
Jeez. Sorry.
All right, that was everybody who wasn't a battle axe user. So the centipede's turn. So one does kind of come crawling out of the shadows and approaches you, Marin. And what is your armor class?
7.
Your armor class is 7.
12.
12.
Sorry.
Okay, yeah. No
Yeah,
no problems.
it's the chainmail. I was confused when I was looking at the stats. It says 7 parentheses 12. So
Yeah, it's 12. It's 12.
okay.
Wait, what's your dexterity?
My dex is 13.
Does that give you an AC bonus? Doesn't your AC should be 13?
I'm looking. I thought I had that all set already. Do. Where?
Oh yeah, unarmored. If your unarmored AC is 11 and the chainmail is, you said default is 12, so that means your AC is 13.
Okay.
Yep, no problem. It's a miss. Okay, so the centipede tries to, bite at your ankles, kind of curls around your foot, but you're able to just kind of like kick dirt at it, keep it from crawling on your leg. But it is kind of trying to aggressively go up your leg, which is horrifying. And the same thing is happening to you, Tamarin.
Well, I mean, it's trying to climb my sword, right?
Yeah, it's trying to climb up. What's your AC?
Good question. AC 13.
Okay, and that's also a miss. So yes, the centipedes are trying to attack and they can't miss. Okay, battle axe users.
Sweet. I'm just out of range. Quite literally. So I'm
Well,
just
what
going
luck.
I'm just going to stand here and make a real mean face about it.
Oh, well, from where you were to there is exactly 40 paces, so then you can still attack, right?
He's
Nah,
slightly encumbered.
encumbered.
Oh.
The axe. That's why he said. That's why he kept saying anybody who's not a battle axe user.
Yeah.
Well, no, that is just because I'm slow. Because I'm, looking scary and wielding a big axe.
I gotcha.
Munish, roll nish.
All right, that's let's just Stickbeard. Why don't you do the initial this time? We'll just start off with you, the last place. Oh no.
Centipedes go first, and they try to same targets, and it sounds like I have a couple of 13s.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, one miss, and then one actually hits.
Okay, but hits who?
It was the first roll. We'll go top down. So you, Mayrid.
All right, it hits me.
So take 2 damage and make a save versus paralysis.
Ooh.
Oh goodness. That hurts. Air.
Okay, and Marid, so there's all these like after as it bites you, there's like all these kind of pins and needles, and your fingers just stop flexing, and it kind of feels numb, and then your body just begins to collapse.
Sweet.
Oh gosh.
I can't take another hit either.
Okay, everybody else.
Okay, well, I'm sort of in
Combat.
yeah, is the is the centipede still on my sword, like just kind of trying to bite my hand or arm, or has it like crawled up and is like on me? What's the
Oh, well, because like it's missed both times, I would say that it hasn't necessarily got on you. Like it's kind of like crawling around your sword, but you've been able to kind of like shake it off.
It's kind of working its way towards the hilt, but it's like
yeah?
not quite there.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. I want to uh swing as hard as I can to just throw the thing off my sword. Like just shake it loose by or actually wait, better idea. I'm gonna slam my sword against a wall. It's
There you go.
probably all over the sword, so
Yeah.
there's a good chance that this will actually cut it in half.
I will give you a +2 to your attack roll because I like that idea. You're kind of
All
taking
right.
advantage of the fact that it's you trying to climb on your sword.
Mm-hmm. And this the you were saying the threshold modifier glitch is only for stat rolls, right? So if I add 2 to this one, it should work?
It should work.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, cool.
And yeah, you cut it in half
Ooh.
against the rock wall. Okay, and anybody can go because it really doesn't matter. Like technically, I should force Stickbeard to go last, but you're all going last, so it doesn't matter.
All right. I take another shot at my sling with it.
Okay, and that's a miss.
Ah. Well, Stickbeard.
Wait a minute, what's going on here? See this? 17-2, 9-2
What?
on your attack rolls here.
All the damage is 2.
Well, not only that, it's 17-2, 9-2, and then 17-2, 9-2. They're the exact. Okay, so when I was doing RNG stuff on Roll20 for the Hexcrawl,
Oh.
I kept thinking to myself, I feel like I keep rolling the same numbers. This
Interesting.
almost
Yeah.
guarantees it. What's
I
going on,
see.
Roll20?
Yeah, that's weird.
If you guys want to switch to regular dice, and we can use the honor system, I totally. If
I mean, I'm
Sweet, I
sure
love
that-
rolling 20s. I mean, real dice.
Mhm.
I'm whatever's clever. I'll have to go find my dice though. They're not out right now.
no problem. I mean,
Yeah.
you can still use this. It's just, man, that's
That's uncanny.
yeah.
I've got mine right here, so I can just go ahead and pull these out.
Okay, so
Because
everybody,
yeah, that is very odd.
right, and that leaves Stickbeard.
Oh, you seem to be in pain. Let me help you with that. And massive swing at the freaking centipede.
Nice.
And yeah, you just cut it right in half.
Oh. I'm
Um,
still tingling though, so that's not
yeah.
good.
So, about a minute or so later, Merid, you start getting feeling back in your fingers and are able to stand up once again.
All right, so it was short term. That's okay. Um, but probably only because it's dead now. Couple more bites and probably not so much. Either way, if I take another hit, I'm toast.
Maybe hang towards the back now.
Yeah, it might be a good idea. Middle,
Middle.
middling. Well, this is turning out to be quite the adventure. At least we know there's some things that are somewhat dangerous down here. And that's not even the worst of it, I'm sure.
All right. I'll take point. Wander up
d-
ahead.
dungeons always get easier as you go deeper in. Isn't that how games work?
Yes, yes, yes.
Mhm.
Because you've gained more skills and items.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna switch from my sling to my battle axe. So since I'm up front, as I move through this.
I'll stay kind of forward middle just because I can still see ahead of you. To a point.
So to your east is a passageway into a even bigger cavern.
Oh. Well, let's just check
we-
out the rest of this cavern first before we venture on to.
If we continue south, I think we're going to go back to where we started. Just based on what I'm seeing with my Alefish.
Yep, looks like it. All right.
There is another.
Well, do we want to head into the other cavern? See what's there.
How long have we spent in this one?
I've said you've spent about 15 minutes after waiting around for Merid to get feeling back.
to normal-ish.
Then I would at least say we have time. We might as well
Yeah.
clear out as much as we can before we seal this up.
Yeah, and at least this way we know kind of what to expect if we decide to start sending people down here to figure out more of what's underneath of us in the future.
Yeah.
So,
All right. Next cavern.
we're calling this Nick's Cavern now? Who's Nick?
Ah.
You forgot my name already?
Nick.
In
No,
character, man. Come on. Come on.
There's a name that doesn't sound like it's from around here.
Yes.
We got Stickbeard, Therum, Merid, and Tamrin. Nick. What kind of name is that?
It's all one syllable and harsh.
Right?
Must be a dwarf.
Yeah.
Anywho,
What do we got before us? Is it a door? Is it just an open hole?
It is a cavernous passageway that, like, you know, as Tamrin, you bring your lantern up, the light goes across the walls, ceiling, and floor, and then just continues on until darkness. So there's definitely more down here.
Mm.
And I think I'm ready. Here we go.
A boat? Why is there boat wreckage down here? I would like to start looking at the boat wreckage.
This, this is like that scene in Harry Potter.
Yeah.
There's a Horcrux at the other end of this underground lake.
Yeah.
You're looking at the boat, and it looks like it was pretty broken and dry rotted.
All right. Any indications of anything shiny?
There is something that kind of glimmers across the water that you can see.
I told you there's a Horcrux in here.
I wonder.
I'm gonna
Well,
wander down.
I don't think this scow is seaworthy, so we're probably not gonna get across in this.
Yeah.
Wander along the shore. See if there's another passage.
Last time I did that, I got pulled in by something.
So despite what the uh, image of the water looks like, I just wanted to say that like the entirety of all the water here seems to go down very, very deep.
All right.
So we can't really go through the water.
I mean, you
Then-
could swim across it, but like
Oh,
the
yeah.
map makes it look like it's kind of shallow, knee-deep water, but it's not. It's all very deep water.
Okay.
All right. Just keep following around the shoreline,
Yeah.
right in behind Theorem.
What is this stuff beneath my feet?
Is this where I saw the shiny things?
Yes,
See,
there's all sorts of
this is the Horcrux.
all sorts of treasure in here.
What's with all the
What
shiny?
is this?
As
There's
you,
a lot of shiny.
yeah, there is quite a bit of it.
I'm going to expect something bad here in like a few moments. I
Why?
have it's just unguarded treasure.
What?
Surely this is
What?
like
No, it's
What
our
on earth?
lucky day.
What on earth would have conditioned you to think that treasure lying around is not just for the taking?
Well, it came
Stories.
from that boat, and whoever was in that boat is long gone, so it's all ours now.
stories my nan
I-
told me.
I like how the boat is like almost a bridge,
Almost.
unless I guess this is a bridge over the water, isn't it?
This is it's like a rock ledge over the water. Oh, by the way, like
Okay.
this ledge, it's like it's rocky and kind of wet. Where the coins seem to have accumulated is kind of in the natural pockets where it wouldn't have been washed out. Make a wisdom check.
All right.
Oh.
Looking up from here, is there anything notable about what's directly above where most of the treasure is? And you wanted wisdom?
Yeah. As far as above, like above you is cave ceiling. So you're thinking,
Not a hole, not any weird little, like, open or hanging areas?
no, nothing like that. I mean, there are like small nooks, but nothing that you guys could fit through.
Okay.
But so yeah, Tamrin, you're looking at like how the gold is kind of accumulated, and you think to yourself, well, I wonder how much is over the how much got washed ashore, and so you just kind of hold your lantern over one of the edges, and despite it being a very deep pool of water, you can see reflections of like slight glimmery things. So there's even more treasure down below.
So it's fairly clear
Okay.
water, even though it's deep.
Yes.
Hey guys, I don't even think this is half of it.
Do you see more shiny things?
I direct their attention into the depths.
Yep. Wow.
You
Does
I don't know,
anybody
this-
know how to breathe underwater?
So you guys are looking, and there seems to appear like a really giant gem that the light kind of catches. And as you're looking at the giant gem,
It
yeah,
blinks.
everybody, but so Stickbeard doesn't necessarily see it, but everybody else, you see like where everybody is like standing on Tamrin's side, looking at the gold pools below. The gem like which appears to be very giant, all of a sudden, you recognize it as a pupil condensing.
Goody.
And the water starts bubbling.
We should be getting out of here now.
Time to move?
Time to fucking move.
Yeah, I don't want to be on this bridge.
Maybe run back to the other chamber.
That's probably the best bet.
Since there
Great
doesn't appear
idea.
to be
Let's go.
doesn't appear to be anything else down here.
But shiny stuff.
And
We can always come back for the shiny stuff.
the water begins rippling.
Charge.
I think we should leave.
Okay, and you guys.
Not charge, run away.
Run away.
So I will say that you guys run real quickly, but first, before you guys run away, you look back and hold on.
Oh gosh.
And yeah,
Yeah.
like this sloped head that kind of emerges from the surface and kind of looks at you.
Does it fill the hole that the water is taking?
I mean this is a giant pool, and that looks like a giant octopus.
Yeah.
A kraken, you could say.
Yeah,
That's what I said.
mean,
It's Kraken.
I can't be the only one thinking of the Mines of Moria scene in Lord of the Rings, right?
Right.
Like that one was outside of the cavern, but still,
All right.
I want nothing to do with this.
Well,
Nope. Get out of here.
Okay, so you guys go back to the surface?
You
Oh,
run
yeah.
away,
Yes.
bravely
yeah.
run away.
we can come back some other day with a bigger party.
With a bigger gun.
Yeah.
Well, the period, the scene appropriate equivalent of a gun. What? Not a ballista. Siege can't or a siege weapon of some sort.
Catapult.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Or trebuchet. How does everyone feel about sealing the hole up for now?
For now, but I definitely want to go
Fantastic.
back down there. I think we should try to figure out what else is down there. There was a bit more to explore, but that definitely gives us an idea, and we don't necessarily have any surprises coming up the hole because I'm pretty sure the Kraken's not going to crawl its ass all the way up here.
True. Although we want to make sure that no centipedes get up while
Yeah,
we're.
yeah.
We can always crack
Well,
it back
let
open.
the rest of the camp know that moves over here too. That hey, if you do decide to go down there, like leave a post on a board for everybody.
Leave your obit on the community calendar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like, well, be like
No,
explore
no
so
entry
far.
without a. No entry without a what is it? Final declaration? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Well, and then I would say like upon returning, should everybody return, like this is what we found and this is where we went. Like leave that on a board so that everybody kind of knows. Okay, this is okay. This is not okay. This is what I want to deal with. This is what I don't want to deal with. Think of it as like a job board, like that. Or a quest board.
So
Yeah.
what you're saying is we should have everyone sign a waiver before they go down there to
Well-
absolve us of any responsibility if they get killed by this giant squid.
No,
A release of the Kraken, if you will.
Oh my god.
anybody feels compelled and or froggy and they think that they can do it, this is what we found. And if it goes away, well, Kind of like our total haul like chest, except it's a dungeon keeper instead of our treasure keeper. Does that make sense?
All right.
But yes, in any case,
Close up the hole.
in
for
any
now.
case, we definitely need to seal this
now.
cavern up.
We can always unseal it later if we decide to go back down.
Yeah, leave the spikes in the stone, leave the ropes attached.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys are fully sealing the hole now?
Yes.
Yeah.
For today.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I only need 4 successes this time, so another round, same applies. You have a threshold of 2, but don't enter it because. Okay.
Woo!
4
That went fast.
successes. Okay.
I guess we were more motivated this time around.
And I believe Stickbeard and Therum, you were
Excuse
there.
me?
Stickbeard and Therum, you were there.
Oh, okay.
You were there in the second session. Or maybe it was the third session. It was after you guys had burned down the blight tree. It was the third episode. And you in the second episode, a skeleton wearing a very opulent necklace attacked you, and you recovered it, and you gave it to Lady Vargas. And Lady Vargas commented that it probably came from the Calabash. And she explained that the Calabash was a ship that was taken by a kraken. You're pretty sure that that loot down there is the lost treasure of the Calabash.
And that's the Kraken.
So Cliff, this is why I love you as a GM, because you remember and tell me the things that I should have, but cannot possibly remember as a player. So,
No problem.
so thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Wow. Perhaps we should go and tell the lady that we believe we have found their ship.
Well,
But
as
why
she
isn't
explained,
it
it wasn't her ship.
Oh,
It was a ship that she had heard of. It's a shipwreck story. She
Okay,
know
yeah.
yes.
it wasn't hers though.
But
Fair enough.
but you guys, think about this. That ship is underground under this spot, and we have a deep well right off of the side of this building. I'm willing to bet that deep well, the Kraken and the ship are connected.
Fair enough.
I
Mm-hmm.
bet that deep well leads to the cavern,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think that the Kraken poses any threat to us as long as we're inside this building on land.
Yeah. But now we could confirm, like, okay, the ship is here. It was probably outside of this building at one point on the actual ocean surface.
Yeah.
So that's kind of an interesting deal. And there's still more path down there, even aside of that bridge where the Kraken's hanging out. There was another spot to the south. So there's more room down there for stuff.
And there's plenty of treasure which we could, if we send people down quietly.
Group, yeah, grab some, bring it up. That could
Yep.
keep adding to the total haul, which isn't a bad thing.
Yeah.
Then we could do, as Abacus was mentioning before, and actually afford an elaborate building or a semi more
Yeah.
suitable building.
But we could use this as temporary shelter.
For sure. Versus tents, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, there are no ceilings on these installations.
No, but we can make an awning that's much more effective and have dry land under us regardless. That's solid and not squishy, muddy, sandy so forth and such.
Yeah.
We can always build the roof.
Well, guys, it's 2 hours into the session. We can get involved with another point of interest. One thing, though, I have noticed this
Need
whole
help.
time, and right now, would probably be a good time since you've narrowly escaped a kraken. But when was the last time you guys went to a tavern and just kind of chilled?
I need health, so I mean, food could help, right?
I need help.
Food-
Wait, what?
Food in a strong drink after almost getting attacked by a kraken.
Yeah.
I could definitely use a drink after a close call like that.
All right, so I will go back to the overworld map.
I'll be back in just a minute.
No problem.
I also need to take a quick restroom break, so while you guys get the tavern pathing figured out, I will be returning shortly.
Sounds good.
Hmm.
And now, if you noticed, I added an icon.
Ooh, an icon.
Yeah, you have revealed the location of a legendary monster.
Hooray!
And your plan is to move the camp within a mile of it.
Oh yeah. Better vantage point to kill it.
Ivory Keen would like a word.
Ivory King is just jealous that he can't move his town, 20 feet within a kraken.
Nah, he just settled for a portal of fire. I believe that's how that worked. Portal
I
of
have
fire.
no idea what reference you're making. But
Dark
yes.
Souls 2.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if you're thinking about it, it's actually makes a lot of sense to have your home be protected by a kraken in the bay that's next to it.
See, I thought we were going to set it up as some sort of shoddy tourist attraction, but I imagine you're thinking, like you suggesting that, and like, oh, it's like, oh, cool. Now we're setting it up as a religion. We worship the protector kraken.
I mean, less pirates that way.
Yeah.
That is true.
The closer we are to danger, the further we are from harm.
That doesn't make sense, but you are rather small.
I'm not sure what his stature has to do with it, but okay.
Oh, what has happened?
We were just quoting some Lord of the Rings, that's all.
Yep.
No, the map, it looks like a desert area with one node.
Oh, yeah, you got to
Oh, you just need to refocus to the northwest.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
You are on the uncharted portion of the map. And as I was
So
pointing out to the
node is a point of interest that's way the F out there.
Oh yeah, that's a mountain that's like rather quite tall and can be seen in the horizon. Like if you measure it, it'll give you the exact measurement if you wanted to figure out how far away that mountain is. But yeah, it is so tall that it's quite striking in the horizon.
Wow. All right.
But over here, I've added the icon of the, dark creature with red eyes because you guys have unveiled a legendary monster.
Which I wanna go back there with Vathig and all of the strongest people in the village and like see if we can't corral that dude.
Get some calamari.
Hell yeah. That'd be a feast for the ages right there.
That's right.
A lifetime supply of calamari with one.
Yeah.
Well, we'd
From-
have to
from
learn how
one
to do
critter.
some real good preserving. That's all. You could
Salt.
try it and use it as a soup base. Dun, dun, dun. So we have left that establishment. We're back at the camp? Question mark.
No. You guys are just looking at the overworld map. You're still at the ruins.
Okay.
Mm.
I'm waiting for
Um,
you guys to plan a route.
There was talk of a tavern.
Yeah, so
what-
you do know of two taverns nearby. There's the one in Maurice's Reach, and there's the one in Burrypont.
And what is directly below us, south of us? What's that?
Oh, it's a square half mile of just long grass and bushes. Very dense
There's-
vegetation.
There's a lot of predators and birds and game to be found there.
Ah, okay. Also, there's another cavern further along the coastline from where we're at.
Personally, I vote we just,
You want the drink? Let's go
Head
get
this-
the drink.
or actually, more accurately, this way. That way we don't have to climb as much.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll
Um,
follow along. But don't be surprised if I get distracted along the way.
Okay, so 25 minutes later, it's 3 hours at this point, and it's like midday, kind of early, like 11 o'clock.
No. It's lunchtime.
How do I erase my lines?
Oh, don't worry about it. I actually like for you guys to keep track of the lines because
It's a reference of where we've been.
and I unlock more map that way. I feel that it's
Okay.
better than me trying to unveil the map in real time. Instead, I unveil it after the fact.
Okay, well, only because I
Did
drew a
you-
line that was incorrect as well. So
Oh no,
I don't know.
I'll delete it all.
okay.
All right. I actually haven't
Do
been.
not see our icons on this map yet.
That's because there's like really no point. Basically, like you guys can just kind of ping where you go, so to speak. There,
Oh.
there's no combat. I really don't have to keep track of line of sight or fog of war or anything like that.
Yeah, gotcha.
But I will give you guys all the rundown. Now, this is the third time I've given you the rundown, but the first 2 times you just left town. Right after I gave you the rundown. So the
First time Merritt
Well-
has been here because Merritt spent a lot of time in the woods.
I was gonna say, in my defense, I wasn't there for that.
I know. I'm just saying that, man, this feels like deja vu. Okay.
Well, maybe you
Okay.
should add some labels to the map.
Well,
You
here
don't have to keep doing it.
Here we go. Okay, so these 5 squares are residences. They're like cottages in town. By the way, what Maurice's Reach is is it is a C-shaped wood wall with spikes, spiked wood wall, with like one open gate, effectively, an opening that filters through people. There are banners that are up, which are a red trim with a gold cup pouring water over rose bushes. This is this Vargas sigil. There are watchmen. They regard you as you walk by. And yes, you do notice that there are more cottages around the walls and everywhere in between walls, and there are a few like farmsteads. But this is the city center where there are 5 more houses. And over here is the bakery. Over here is the Farmers Guild. The blacksmith. The stables. There are a lot of goats. A lot of goats running around here. Quite a bit of goats.
I assume this is an inn.
That is a hospital.
Oh, okay. I just saw the beds. So.
And this is a tavern.
All right.
And this is the cemetery. And
Middle of town by the square. All right.
And this is the well.
Oh yeah, put the dead bodies by the well, because that's good.
And that is oh, somebody added labels. Okay then.
That was fast.
You're welcome.
Nice.
Probably could have made them a little more readable, but I was trying to go fast.
Yeah, well, like I said, that was fast. But yeah, if you leave the labels on there permanently, then that makes it a little easier for people to decipher what's going on anytime we visit here. All
Well,
right.
I vote we just head to the tavern. I need an ale.
Well, maybe we should let Lucky have a minute at the stable and get noms while we're over at the tavern.
Ah, yes, that's the other thing.
Yeah.
That's
Seems reasonable.
yes. This is also the first where you've brought a horse into town and have to park it somewhere because you can't bring Lucky into the tavern with you, obviously.
Lousy horse parking.
So yeah, for 5 copper, they allow you. They'll watch your horse for you, and they even will throw in some light grooming.
I'll even throw in an extra 5 copper for him.
Wow. So a whole silver? Wow, mister.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Be lucky, right?
Though actually, out of all of you, the one who does get the most looks is Merid.
All the more reason for me to be the one throwing the extra coin.
And as you recall, Stickbeard and Therum, the only elf that lives around this area actually lives outside of town.
Sweet.
We do have those 2 unidentified scrolls. Or
Back at camp.
True.
Everything unidentified is back at camp in the hall right now.
All right. Well, time to go get a drink. We just
All right.
survived
Okay.
and run in.
Make sure
with
you
the
spend
Kraken.
your silver.
That's on me.
Okay. Just making sure, keeping you guys honest.
No, that's fine. Like, I'm still working out how the whole money end of stuff works on here.
So yeah, you walk into the tavern, and it's actually not that busy. There's a couple of patrons. They look like similar to the goat herders you saw outside, possibly like on their lunch break. They're having lunch. But
So fair warning, y'all. Sorry to interrupt, Cliff, but my dog might bark in just a little bit. My wife just got home, so
Okay.
just letting you know.
good to know. But the only other there's only seems to be one person working. She is a stout, older-looking woman, somewhere between 50s and 60s. She has short gray hair, dark eyes, and She has like the worst case of RBF. Like she looks absolutely mean, even though that she may not necessarily mean it, but it helps keep the peace around the bar. But she kind of like, gives you a nod as you guys walk in. Even you, Merid.
Yeah, no, Merritt greets her warmly. Hello, fine lady.
She like looks to her left and right and then points at herself, confused.
Yeah, you.
Now you're just flattering. What do you need, sir?
Well, we were just looking for some drinks. Thought we might stop in and see if that was something we could acquire here.
Oh, Silver, I can get you an entire pitcher to share with your friends. How'd you like that?
Sounds fantastic.
All right. And she starts pouring the beer.
Ah.
You guys like
You guys have maybe a trencher available? I could certainly use a bite.
we have some food. We got our bowl of brown. That'll be 2 copper if you'd like that. Unfortunately, we don't really have anything cooked until later tonight.
I'll take a bowl of brown for now. That'd be something.
Okay. Anybody else want a bowl of brown?
I raise my hand.
Oh yeah, one for me too.
Okay, so guys, your tab now runs up to 18 copper. You have soup, a round of soup, and a round of beer.
Hot damn.
And yeah, as you sit, it's just like how it is. There are 3 long tables. The patrons that are in here, the only 2 patrons that are here, they're sitting at the one lone table here, kind of leaving the other 2 tables.
La la la. I will take right to the middle of the room at the end of this table.
I mean, I assume we'd be sitting in a group.
Y'all can sit with me or sit at the other table adjacent. But I'm
not gonna go sit at a table with a bunch of strangers when I came in with a group of people that I know.
going right here. They're here.
Okay, so you all find a table. And now the cycle is complete. I finally got you all into a tavern. Oh my gosh. 8 sessions later.
And all you had to do was tell us to go.
Yeah, basically. Wow, I broke my own Hexcrawl. Oh no, I'm my own worst enemy.
We've been railroaded. This game is terrible.
Well, I mean, we did just escape a dungeon, and it's maybe a bit much to go off on another deep dungeon adventure at this point in the day.
Yeah, I think it's no a near death experience. I think warrants a stop at the bar.
Yeah. I've only got 1 hit point left, so.
Oh jeez.
Maybe we should do something about that. Maybe.
I'm going to add some ambient rumors that you start hearing. The 2 patrons start talking. One of them's a baby, apparently.
Yeah, she's very interested in the screen.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
I'm gonna mute myself for a bit. I have to change a diaper, but I have my headphones on. I am still listening.
Very good. So yeah, you guys are eating your bowl of brown and drinking your beers and just kind of relaxing after nearly dying. Merid, you kind of like double check your wounds, make sure that the bleeding stopped. It has, and you don't
hands a little bit, make sure the tingle's gone.
Yeah, exactly. But you hear some of the other patrons talking, and they're like, Oh, yeah, that Lord Dugney. Not much of a lord anymore. Yeah, I hear he's lord of the bottom of a tankard now. And they're just.
Uh-huh.
And then they kind of go on about, so how many goat are you moving this season? Oh, I'd say I'm moving about 40 goat. How about you? So, like, uninteresting conversation, but, I will, as you guys hang out here for longer. Oh, yeah, by the way, this has been 10 minutes. You guys can wait around for more rumors or just. But, I mean, you guys are eating your soup and your beer, so this is all about you right now.
I don't know, man. I'm cluing in on this goat conversation. I'm here to corner the market on goat now. All right. What was that? What was that name?
Lord Dugney.
Dugney. Okay. Put that down in the note.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, this is some of the best brown ever. Thank you, fine lady.
She kind of like smiles and shakes her head. Well, she's like, going about cleaning or other various tasks.
Dun, 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 dun. All right.
I mean, I
Looking
guess
at
you
the,
guys. Oh,
Looking at the guys that are having their little gossip conversation, just kind of in general, are they like large guys, they big guys, tough guys, medium guys? Like, what's kind of going on with them?
no, they're a couple. I'll say a couple of corn-fed farmers. Real big guys.
All right.
Definitely worked out in the field.
Cool. So bigger than me.
Actually, elves are taller and chadlier than your average human.
But I'm small for elf.
Oh, okay. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm on the small end of the dream pool when it comes to elves. Small and slender. Think of me closer to a hobbit than a human. Ah, do they have any more words of wisdom?
Do you wait another 10 minutes?
Uh, I mean, it's gonna take me at least that to finish my bowl and my beer, especially the beer.
That's fine. It's just like, yeah, basically, like, you can get more rumors from taverns. It just requires you to hang out longer.
Are you guys okay with hanging out while I finish my brown and beer?
Oh yes.
10 more minutes is going to take at least one more beer for me.
All right, perfect. So, what else do these gentlemen say?
They start talking about old Pete. Oh, yeah, old Pete. Man, I. That thing has kind of become a terror of the East. Yeah. It really is too bad, because that river could be such a lifeline for the Kingdom of Vassith. But you got old Pete. Ugh, old Pete. Ugh, just thinking about him just scares me.
So, randomly, old Pete. What? Who's old Pete? I say out loud to myself, in hopes that they hear me and may respond or not.
So the patrons kind of looks at you and goes, "Hey, you new around here? You from the south?"
Kind of washed ashore a while back and been just kind of hanging out in the woods myself.
Oh, so a sailor.
Sometimes, yes.
Oh, yeah. Old Pete, he's a legend around these parts. He's over on the east riverbanks, just west of the quad, or just east of the quad.
What's old Pete about right now? What's
Oh,
going
Pete.
on? With him?
He's a giant crocodile. Back before any history was recorded. He's been there since forever.
Oh, we've got a legend like that where I come from, but his name's Old Greg.
Awesome. You guys ever heard anything about a kraken?
Oh, Kraken, yeah. You talking about the story of the calabash? Yeah, it's just a legend.
Has anyone never seen the kraken then? Just knows of the ship?
I mean, the calabash supposedly about 30, 40 years ago came across these waters and was lost at sea. And some say that a kraken attacked it, but ships wreck on their own. They don't need a kraken.
Do you guys have a name for a kraken like you do for Pete?
Well, the other guy kind of like looks at him and goes, "Well, if it's a giant octopus, I call him 8 legs." And then the other guy goes, "Real clever, Tyler. Real clever."
Oh yeah, fucking Tyler. We got one of those too.
Ah, well, so what makes old Pete such a good story? Does he have a toothache?
Oh, no. The only toothache is the ones he gives to other people. He bites right through them. He can eat a whole ship. The thing's over 50 feet long.
That's huge.
You think he could take on a kraken?
I don't know. This ain't a death battle. This is an RP stream.
Cameron, you are insane, and I love the way you think. How the
I
hell
didn't say anything. What are you talking about?
did I get pickle backwards? Fuck, Marin, you are insane, and I love the way you think.
Well, so to the east, you say. Would that be so that's over on the riverbanks, right?
Wait,
That's
you're
where
actually
Pete
gonna go try and find old Pete?
I don't know. I'm
I
out
mean,
in the
it'd
woods
be
a
an
lot,
easier
and
fight than a kraken.
Yeah.
And so the other guy, Tyler, he's like, you guys are talking, and he looks right at you, Stickbeard, and then he goes, "Hey, Kyle, these are the vagabonds of the North Shore." What? You guys? Are you the guys that defeated the Flamin' Fist, the bandits of the Flamin' Fist,
Yes.
and burned down the Blight Tree?
Yeah, that too.
Wow.
I mean, I don't want to brag or nothing.
Well,
Honestly,
yeah.
I've been playing in the woods most of the time, so I can't take too much credit, but I do join these folks from time to time.
We just seem to kind of come across trouble at the most inconvenient times.
Earlier today, we found a kraken.
What? No. A
Oh,
kraken
yeah.
here?
Not very far from.
Oh man. I mean, I guess a giant octopus is as believable as a giant crocodile. It just never really seen one is all.
We hadn't either till today. And if you're telling us there's a giant crocodile, well, Merritt's all giddy and excited. These are creatures of nature. They're just bigger than I'm used to.
Well, maybe you can make yourself a pet. Just be careful when feeding it, I guess.
And here I thought Merritt was going to try and figure out some way to sick the crocodile on the kraken.
Oh, that's not out of the question.
we might want to bolster ourselves a wee bit more before we decide to take on the giant creatures.
Well, that's why I said we want to go get Vothic and perhaps some of the other big fellas from town.
Yeah, given the choice, a crocodile seems like a much easier fight.
I could take a crocodile.
Would you want to fight one crocodile-sized octopus or one octopus-sized crocodile?
I mean, how much damage do you think an orc
I'd-
could do?
I would take an octopus-sized crocodile.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Wait,
I'm
we
with
talking a
Seth on
large
that one.
octopus? Huh?
I
Dude,
said, how much-
even a large, even like the largest octopus is still gonna be smaller than a crocodile.
Fair enough.
So like an octopus-sized crocodile is definitely the way to go.
I just wonder how much an orc could do damage to either one of them.
I don't.
I wonder where our orc friend has been.
Yeah, yeah. Vothic is.
He's been at
last,
camp. He's just
yeah,
kind of been
last I
relaxing.
knew, he was just hanging out at camp.
Oh, right.
He doesn't really come out during the day because his eyes are sensitive to light.
Well, it doesn't come out during the day, and well, there's only a couple of us that can talk to him, so he probably feels kind of out of place most of the time.
That too.
But I'm here right now. I can talk to him.
I mean, you guys are still in the tavern.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Except that
exactly.
he's not
Yeah.
here right now.
Yeah, if you brought him in here, everybody'd be like, "Kill the orc! Kill the orc!"
Any of us could talk to him at this moment. He just wouldn't hear a thing.
Anywho, well, that's some good information, though. Maybe we might check on this Pete here after a bit. Definitely want to finish this here delicious brown and beer from the fine lady, though.
So, who was this Lord Dugney you mentioned earlier?
Oh, Lord Dugney, Lord of Nurton. Oof. Shame what happened to Nurton. And even the bartender, she kind of like gives a sad shake of her head when Nurton is mentioned.
What happened to Durton?
Nurton? Oh. Well, you know, Nurton is the passageway to the kingdom of Asith. But then a blight tree grew out its well. The undead sprouted. King Dugney lost many of his soldiers that day, as well as his constituents, you could say. And ever since then, he's parked himself at the tavern of Berry Pond and crawled into a tankard and hasn't come out.
See, another blight tree. That might be something we could handle.
I mean, we already know how to deal with one of those.
Oh, you know, that blight tree you burned over on the North Shore, that was a cute one. Hey, I don't know if you've seen the ones in the South, but they're a lot bigger.
Huh. Well, thank you for the warning, at least.
Oh, at least we know how to handle them, though. A bigger one would just be
More
at least
fuel to burn.
Stickbeard, you one detail you do remember, it wasn't you guys who burned the blight tree. It was that strange knight who never talked. She was the one who did that, and she left.
Damn. Damn. Yeah. I reiterate this fact. It's like, oh yeah, it wasn't technically us. It was our It was our momentary friend. Our wandering dark knight.
Well,
One of them
wait, we're on an island, right?
We don't know that.
Oh, I guess that's true. Well, still, like, they probably can't have gone all that far since then. Could maybe find them.
and so yeah, that's another quest. Wow, you guys are like collecting a bunch of quests. At this point, you're gonna have too many, and
Yeah, no, that's
you'll end up like getting so frustrated that you just walk into a random dungeon just to feel normal again.
fine. uh,
The next session's gonna start with Cliff just saying, "Hey, you're finally awake."
Oh God, no.
oh, sorry.
So
Alright.
it's been about 12 o'clock. It's 12 o'clock now.
Yep, I'm done eating, done drinking.
Done day drinking. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Breakfast drinks.
Bloody Marys for the win.
Jeez.
We've had one breakfast drunk, yes, but what about second breakfast drunk?
Oh, that comes in another hour.
All right.
Excuse me. I'm sneezing like crazy right now. All right. Shall we go recover Lucky and make our way to the next destination, or make our way back to camp?
Probably make our way back to camp. Yeah.
I think back to camp and
Recover.
get everyone started with the pack up process.
Yeah.
There's stuff that can be done tonight, and then finish up in the morning and move out.
Yeah. I like
And
that idea.
that sounds like a good plan.
All right. And
Oh.
because I feel like that would pretty much take up the rest of the time. And we are finishing a bit early, but just I don't know. It's like you guys are obviously got your today and tomorrow planned. As you guys make the migration.
Yeah.
Really? It would take the rest of the day to get back to camp from here?
No, it wouldn't, but it would take the rest of the day. Like, there's no way that you would leave in the afternoon with the sun setting to set up camp at the new place. But you could spend
Yeah,
the rest
We
of the.
couldn't get camp completely struck tonight and moved and reset.
Okay, I get you.
But like tonight, what you can do is spend the rest of the day to have yourselves ready to head out in the morning.
Okay.
And yeah, that's actually, I mean, this is a shorter session, but one very major big development is you guys have moved camp
to a more
and now
secure
we are
location.
literally sitting on a boss battle.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally, it's right below the center of our space. So,
But plus side, we can always sneak in and grab treasure little by little. So we, we're gonna have enough.
Invisibility will come in a lot of handy, hopefully.
It's
Yeah.
like a bank account,
Mm-hmm,
but the teller is trying to kill you.
The teller's trying to kill you. Yeah, yeah.
It's like I like to make a withdrawal.
So we need the most light-footed people with the invisibility ring to generally be making the withdrawals.
At Bank of Kraken, you don't withdraw money. bank eats you.
Yep.
Eventually, we'll get down there and take care of it.
All right.
They give you a really high credit limit, but the interest rates are murder.
Nice, nice. Okay, everybody makes it back to camp, and you tell your fellow campers that the site is ready, and everybody should start packing up because by tomorrow everyone will be
Moving out.
moving out. And that will also kind of happen
Oh.
outside. The next session will be the day after you guys have moved to the new location.
All right.
Exciting.
Hey, do you think Vothig could move that stone by himself that we pulled into place?
I mean, Vothig is strong, but he's not.
That strong?
He's as strong as Therum is.
Okay.
Like, Therum is like, yeah, before Vothig was probably the strongest member of the camp.
All right. I was just thinking, it was like, because if he's able to move the stone by himself that we put over the hole, he could even hang out down there during the day. The Kraken's not going to mess with him if he doesn't go all the way over to the water. So that keeps him out of the sunlight. He's still in camp, and then he can come up at night. That also would probably, like, he's stone, like, so the centipedes aren't going to mess with him when he's in, you know, that form if he's down there.
Yeah.
Just a thought. He's kind of a guardian of the hole, I guess, is what I was thinking.
I see. I mean, he
Or
definitely.
maybe he could always be someone that helps get it open and closed whenever we're trying to access our extra bank account.
Right. Yeah, he could definitely help you guys move the stone. He's definitely strong enough, but yeah, he couldn't do it by himself.
Okay.
We just don't want people wandering down there, you know,
Yeah.
unwitting people just wandering down there.
Yeah, what might be more dangerous than the Kraken in everyday situations would be the centipedes crawling out.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
hurt. I'm still wondering if my pinky's all right. So.
Yeah, you'll be fine after a couple of days rest. But with that said, thanks. Thank you guys for playing.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, that was fun.
It's been wonderful.
And
Thank you, fine lady, for the brown and beer.
and thank you, chat, for watching. If you wanted to keep up on all serious industry streams, the best way to do that is to give this channel a follow. Alternatively, you could join our Discord, Facebook, Twitter, where we do stream announcements there. There's also the website, shatteredempire.net. Shattered Empire is a post-apocalyptic, interstellar, synthwave-fueled tabletop RPG. If you go to the website, the free alpha is there, and the free alpha has everything you need to make a character, and if you're a crafty enough game master, you might be able to make your own campaign. So check that out, and until next time, this is Abacus Fish, signing off.